all we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use up, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Save my money.
We are at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Washington Redskins. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. A carry for Bryce Love, the fourth rounder from Stanford. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. 36.
On second down, Love. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Blake Martinez, the NFC's leading tackler a year ago, in on the stop.
And it's 3rd down.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. From the gun, Jackson. Jordan Reed has it. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
First down, Washington.
Ready. Match ball. Right, let's go. You tighten up.
On first down, here's Love. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And down right around the 37. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run again with Love on 1st down. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. This is Love. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Mike Daniels makes the tackle.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
On set. 45 to Mike. Get ready, get ready, get ready.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. Out to the left, he's got his tight end Knox. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I'll take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
At the Packers' 17-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
You. Hey, switch gears.
Trying to toss play to Love. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough 3rd down. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. Jackson to throw. Looking for his tight end read, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Mike, 319, 55. Watch the screen. 399.
They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. The tackle there by Fabian Moreau.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 5-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. The carry here for the big tight end. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. And he's able to get it out of there. And this is a pretty good kick.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no point.
Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Sacked there by Nick Perry, the outside linebacker. Coming off the line, he's been wreaking havoc all year. And look, that's why, as a result, he's getting some looks for Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL.
And I know that many people don't have him first on their list right now, but he deserves that type of consideration. You mentioned it. All year long, he's made big plays and continues to do so. Imagine if he has a big game here. If so, he could vault himself right into the #1 spot.
After the sack on first down, Jackson, and he's going to go down again. Nick Perry in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. There's Jackson on 3rd and long. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Kenny Clark, that's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down. The Redskins with the football here to begin quarter number 2, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. Returnable here for Davis. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Check 30.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking. For his running back, Aaron Jones, that time. And now it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Green 18. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
From the shotgun to give to Jones. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Here we go.
Hey, check 26.
Mike, 55. Check 50.
Plant. Bring it again.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. His sixth touchdown of the season as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first two drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he fires one incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. And it's 2nd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football. Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson. Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. In on the stop, the safety, Troy Apke. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Running right, Jones. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Right there in the middle. 55. Got to do better.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll start the drive with Love here. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that there in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction. I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And they'll get him down up past the 15. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. This to McLaurin out on the left side. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Here we go.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
On second down now, it's Love. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
The Redskins on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a cornerback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
Check safety, check safety.
26.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line. 2nd and a yard. Throwing is Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Josh Jackson. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. To throw is Rodgers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Emmanuel Ogbah has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score as we'll head down to our... And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Redskins touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Hopkins with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They're throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
A gain of 19 yards. And the Packers first down.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already.
Get 300. Get.
Here's Jones. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Deron Payne. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
Check. 55's my guy, 55.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Staying on the ground, it's Love. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Ready. 55. Check. 55. Mike. Come on, boy.
Jackson from the shotgun. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Nick Perry able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Davis now to return it. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers going to throw again. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. That one goes for 30 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game.
64, weak. Inside.
On 1st down, Rodgers. Open here is Allison. That's complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Rodgers again now. He hauls it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Packers have taken the lead. Crosby with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the... It got his man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 36 yards on the play. Checking things elsewhere. Third quarter now from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Jackson now. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
24-yard gain on the play. 1st down, Washington.
Check back. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Slam.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. On the carry, it's Love. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Going to give it to Love. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now. So now on 4th down, the Redskins will hand things over to their kicker, Dustin Hopkins. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Hopkins' kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Let's go, defenses. Get out the field.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Back to you.
They'll go again to Jones. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Throwing is Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker.
319. 55, Mike. Here we go, T. Here I come. Look at you.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I got you.
Jones. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's one they certainly wish they had back. A loss of 8.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
58. Hey, 88. I'm coming after you.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers. There goes a deep ball. End zone. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
65.
Rodgers throwing on 3rd and long. Looking deep for Adams. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And down he'll go at the 25. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively. And my goodness, another interception. Adrian Amos with a pick. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. He was looking for Paul Richardson there.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now listen, it's a team game, we know that, but where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? They take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again, and it's a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Hey, team 6.
Now Rodgers. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Called that a very strong gain of 24. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Again, it's Jones. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. He hauls it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling there to make the grab. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just... And that's caught inside the 30. A huge play there for Washington. And even 50 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Running the sweep with McLaurin, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
55, Mark, 55. Hey, man.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now it's Jackson. And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. On 1st down, it's Jones. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Shift! Watch the shift! Teammate!
Check 24, check 24.
Shift!
Check the backer, check the backer.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jones. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
I'm going to hit you all down.
The Packers on third down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 11. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Jones. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll run it with Jones. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger. And dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Packers, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, it's a loss that could have implications on the playoff race as they fall to 9-4. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.